morning. I am Mr. Rani, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about the topic weathering of rocks. Weathering of rocks is nothing but the breakdown of the rocks, where the rocks break down due to the physical, chemical or biological weathering. There are three types of weathering, that is the physical, chemical and biological weathering. These weathering causes the breakdown of the rocks. This weathering of the rocks is common in the rocks dissolutions. Next one, types of weathering. There are three types of weathering. First one is biological weathering, physical weathering and chemical weathering. Physical weathering is nothing but the breakdown of the rocks. The outer external layer of the rocks is got breakdown, but the chemical properties of the rocks are not disturbed. But when in the chemical weathering, the chemical composition of the rock is disturbed, where this type of chemical weathering is caused due to the reaction of the chemicals, where the hydroxides and the oxides are the result of this chemical weathering. Next one is the biological weathering. Biological weathering is nothing but the biological activities. Due to the biological activities, the rocks are disintegrated, is called as the biological weathering. This biological weathering can be also due to the disturbance of the living organisms such as plants, animals and microbial activities. These type of weathering is called as the biological weathering. Next one, physical weathering. Let's see the physical weathering in detail. Physical weathering is also known as the mechanical weathering. Is the geological process of breakdown of the rocks into smaller particles without changing their chemical compositions. That is, the physical properties such as the outer layer, the texture, texture and the streak can be destroyed. That is called as the physical weathering. But the chemical properties of the rocks are stable in this. Next one is the chemical weathering. Chemical weathering is nothing but the chemical properties of the rocks is disintegrated, where for example if the water is interrupted into a rock surface, first the water enters into the crack of the rock, where the water then freezes. If the water is stagnated in the rock surface, then the water then 9% of the volume gets disintegrated. Next one, the rocks next the freeze and thaw cycle, where it happens, where the rocks break down into pieces. Next one is the example for the chemical weathering. These are the few examples of the chemical weathering. The chemical weathering can also be externally appeared, where it results in the porous layer of the rocks, or it may happen in like a rusting of the rocks. These are some of the examples of the chemical weathering. Next one is the oxidation. Oxidation is nothing but the addition of oxygen is called as the oxidation, where the hydroxides and the oxides are the result of the oxidation. Due to the oxidation, the rusting of the rocks happens. That is called as the oxidation weathering. This comes under the chemical weathering of the rocks. Next one is the mineral dissolution. Mineral dissolution is nothing but this is the process occurs when the water comes in contact with the rock surface, so that the rocks get dissolved. That makes the rocks into an individual elements, where the rocks get disintegrated, and due to the action of the water, dissolution of the rocks happens due to the water in it. This is called as the dissolution due to the water surface. Next one, hydrolysis of weathering. Hydrolysis of weathering is nothing but hydrolysis comes under the chemical weathering, where it is often slightly occurs due to the acidity or breakdown of the rocks. These results in minerals and salicylic acid and dissolved ions are the byproducts of this chemical weathering. Next one is the biological weathering. Biological weathering is nothing but the breakdown of the rocks due to the living organisms like plants, animals, and microbes, which involve in both physical forces and also in the chemical forces. These biological weathering are due to the results due to the activities of the microorganisms, which affects the rocks, and it results in the disintegration of the rocks. Thank you.